everyone, welcome to Dating and Development. If you know who I am, I love you all. Look, this video is going to be a lot more serious in tone because I think I need to do one like this. It's really overdue. So this is real talk, really. But before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, and share on YouTube. Rate this on any podcast service. Great, let's go. And all the support too, should I say, is vastly appreciated. There's this group I'm part of on Facebook. Long story short, we discuss men's issues, talk about dating, our successes, failures, and picking each other up and helping to be the best versions of ourselves, really. And there's this one person who posted up this post in the group of this chap, Korean or from Thailand, wherever the case it may be. And he has a girlfriend who's a model. Also, she's Oriental. And she's Asian, should I say. Of the Asian persuasion. And the thing is, she was having an affair on the guy she was going out with. On the boyfriend. And the boyfriend found out about this, devastated, and he waved goodbye to this world himself. He took himself out from the world. To rub salt on the wound even more is that the girlfriend is now in a relationship with the guy she had the affair had the affair with. My apologies. And I think that's just there's no respect there. But then again, all is fair in love and war. But what's really getting at me that I want to discuss is that men, the one doesn't exist. The one does not exist. And there are some of you right now could be listening to this screaming at the laptop screen or at your phone, saying, "What are you talking about, man? The one does exist. I know it exists." They don't. I used to be in the exact same frame of mind, thinking that the one existed. Like, look, I was in a relationship for God knows how long. And I thought I was going to end up marrying this person. And and this one day I just knew it wasn't going to last because the relationship outrun itself. I grew out of the relationship. I was becoming much more. And I wanted more. And I was growing as a person so much as that I didn't need the relationship. As bad as that sounds, yes, maybe, but look, the person who had the relationship with is an absolutely fantastic person, and I have nothing but admiration and respect for them. And if they were to ever listen to this, like, I do wish them the very best. And hopefully they find someone who is extremely suited to them even more than I am. And that's just it. That's just it. And you have to come to exception with it. You just do. But men, a woman breaking up with you should not lead to your self-demise. It shouldn't do, because I've come across so many stories on news articles, through friends of friends, through posts on Reddit or whatever, of men who have put themselves out because of a girl. Or the reason why they put themselves out because they couldn't live without the girl. They put all their purpose and meaning into one person. But I want you to imagine this situation, right? Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Now I want you to imagine the one is in front of you, okay? Or wherever the one might be in your eyes is in front of you. And you put all your purpose, all your meaning onto that person. Now, that person ends up leaving you. What do you have now? Do you carry on living because your life has no meaning now? Your life is gone. The person who you put your very existence into, your own life into, your own meaning and purpose into, has gone. What are you going to do now? Are you going to give up and go, "Oh, well, okay, yeah, she's gone now, I better take myself out, bye-bye"? Might sound nihilistic of me, but because you have to find meaning in now your meaningless world. And you shouldn't put all your meaning onto a woman. Because if she goes away like that, what do you have left? Nothing. And that's not a life worth living. But let me explain what I mean. As a man, as I advocate in my channel a whole heap of the time, you should be striving for a life worth living. You should be striving to be the best version of yourself. You should be striving to be smarter and better when it comes to dealing with people, when it comes to dealing with women. And smarter when it comes to things like marriage and everything else. That's what I'm trying to get across in my channel. More importantly, that's what I'm trying to get across and communicate to you men and women who are out there. To understand, these things happen to men. They do. Men, that's why I tell you in this channel, or that's why I tell you in general, to have a purpose, to have a life ambition, to have goals, to go for things. Because it stops you from putting all of your meaning and your existence into one singular person who could walk away in any instance. Look, men, women come and go from your life. They do. You could love someone very much, but they'll not be around tomorrow. They might not be around tomorrow. But why? Because people come and go. They could change their mind. Women have the right to change their mind. They could leave if they want. You can't control their actions, but one thing you can fucking control is how you react. That is what you can control your own emotions. You can control how you react to the situation. You've got to be proactive, not reactive. This is why you put your life and your ambition and your health as number one. Because it stops you placing everything you have in your life into one singular person that can go in an instant. That's why I tell you to have your friends and your family that as number two. And more important, this is why I tell you not to put women as your top priority. Look, I had women as my top priority before. I had the choice of my litter. Everything when it came to me being single again and dating around. I had so much choice. But you know what all that choice brought me? Unhappiness. Now, don't get me wrong. It was nice being with women. Trust me, it was. But it left my life devoid of proper meaning. It did. And I realized further on down the line, through introspection, the reason why I was doing that was because I was suffering myself from heartbreak. And I came to terms with it and put my life ambition in helping people be better versions of themselves. The one doesn't exist, guys. I hate to break it to you, but the one doesn't exist. I'm going to keep it real. The one is just a notion, a conception, an ideology fed to you by movies, media, books, people who don't know better. The one does not exist. There are plenty of good ones. There are plenty of bad ones. But tell me this, logistically, in a world that is full of billions upon billions of people, you exclude the men. If you're into women, you exclude the kids because that's disgusting. If you're into that, shame on you, you absolute fucking perv. And you take out the women who are too old. You still have a large number of women in that category who want to date you in the age range you want, who would gladly and happily date you. And that could be women of the Asian persuasion. It could be Irish chicks. It could be British chicks. It could be American ladies. It could be anyone. It could be those Russian dolls. Who knows? Who knows? But how can the one exist if there are so many people there who would want to date you? No, they're not going to fall into your lap, mind you. You do have to put the work in. You have to work in your physique. You have to work in your finances. You have to work on being a better person. You have to up the ante with yourself. Whether it's 0.1% a day, 1% a day, 5% or 10%. You always get that bit better. I don't care how marginally big the fraction is. You make yourself better. You strive for more. Don't let a woman dictate your destiny in this world. Don't let a woman be the reason why you let yourself go from this world. You can achieve so much. But you have to put this ideology away that the one exists. That's called one-itis. You cannot be fixated on just the one person. It happened to me. Oh, and boy, did it get me in a big down under the dump. You've got to continually strive for more and more. There are plenty of women out there who will date you. You've just got to go and find them. And yes, are you going to get rejected? Yeah, you are. No one is invincible, is impervious to rejection. No one is. Men especially. But rejection is necessary for you to grow. It is not just beneficial, it is necessary. You need the rejection to grow. Because once you get used to the rejection, nothing is going to faze you. You keep working on your purpose. Get rejected. That's perfectly fine. Improve your game. Improve all aspects of your life. But don't get hung up on just one girl when things go tits up. Because I have so many images ingrained into my head from couples I have passed where the man is in tears and the woman looks like she wants nothing to do with them. I've seen that too many times, and that pushes me even more to help people. Excuse me, I hiccup there. It pushes me to help people more. You cannot be that person who decides to give up. Don't. It's not worth it. Yes, maybe we're here to suffer. Maybe we're here to live. Actually, no, we are here to live. Scratch that. Maybe we're here to suffer. But don't let that suffering stop you. Find the best moments you can. Strive for more. If you're afraid, feel the fear and do it anyways. It's not as bad as it's going to be. Now, look, if you're going to go off and rob a bank or whatever, I'm going to stop you there and say, don't do it, it's a bad idea. But there's something you desperately want to do that's going to contribute to your own well-being, to your own success as growing as a person. By all means necessary, do it. Go and do it. But don't do it thinking that's going to make you liked by other people. Do it because you want to do it. Because it makes you feel good. And make sure it's productive to you. And it's not going to degrade you at all. So what's the moral of the story here, folks? If a girl breaks up with you, don't let it end your world. Don't. Use that as fuel to make yourself better, to strive for more. So what if she goes? Someone else can easily replace her. Have that abundance mentality. Don't live in a scarcity mindset. We're thinking, because she's gone, it's the end of the world. It isn't. Feel to heal is going to be harder first. It is. But keep moving. Keep pushing forward. Strive for more and be better. The one doesn't exist. There are good ones and there are bad ones. To leave you off with one quote that I think will sum up this video to a T. Kill the beta in you before the beta kills you.